Hello everybody, Courtney here from How to Loom Your Dragon. Today we're going to be making the single loom baby Scauldron. Okay, here he is. The one I'm making might be a tiny bit different, but it's going to be pretty much the same. So you're going to be needing the light green, the medium green, and some black and yellow for the eyes. Obviously you can change the colors if you want to. Okay, so we're going to begin with the lower jaw, and you're going to be needing your light green for that. Oh, and if you have pink for the tongue, use that as well. If not, you can use red. Okay, so we're going to begin with the bottom jaw. First thing we're going to do is we're going to make some tentacles coming down from the bottom. For the larger adult Scauldron, I did not add tentacles, but you can actually add them on afterward if you did the larger Scauldron as well. Okay, so what we're doing is we are taking the dark green bands, and we are double looping them, okay? So I'm double looping my dark green. And I'm doing this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So there's 4, there's 5, there's 6 here. And then I'm just going to cap it off with another darker green. When I cap off, I loop it around the peg 4 times. And now we want to make one more tentacle, which is going to be 4 times. Okay, so we're double looping the green band 4 times here. And I still have my allergies. It's so annoying. First time I've ever had allergies. This season is just allergy season for me. So again, we're capping off here. And I'm going to loom this. So you should know basic looming if you're doing this. I'm actually not going to pull them off yet. I'm going to leave them there. And I'm actually going to change... Am I going to change this? No, I'm not going to change it. Yes, I am. I'm going to change this. So I'm going to change this to the offset. So we're just going to bring the middle row down a little bit, like this. And I'm going to be doing the bottom jaw now. So take your light green, and we are doing 2 bands at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 bands at a time here. So let's start here. So 2 here. Then 2 here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my shorter tentacle, and I'm going to attach the ends right here. And I'm going to put 2 more light green bands on. Then I'm going to take my longer one, and I'm going to attach that right here onto this peg. Okay, and then I'm just going to do 2 light green going down again. By the way, if I forget to mention that I'm doing, like, how many bands I'm using as I go on, just remember that I never, ever do 1 band at a time, unless it's double looped. Okay, so if you're confused as to how many bands I'm putting on, but I'm not double looping them, chances are it's 2 at a time. Unless it is a neck or a tail, then it's probably going to be 3. But I will try to remember to tell you how many I'm using. And here, it's 2 at a time. Again, 2 at a time, going diagonally here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cap off the bottom. Now I'm going to take my pink bands, and I'm going to be take 4 pink bands. You're going to double loop again, double loop again, and cap off. And then we are looming this. Oops. Okay, I'm going to leave that there for a moment. I'm going to go back down here and I'm going to loom. So I'm going under the capping bands. And I'm grabbing the top two under them, which... Oops, I grabbed too many bands. Here. This happens. I'm fixing. I accidentally grabbed the capping band. Okay, I'm grabbing the two underneath the capping band and looming those. So it turns into like a teardrop. Same thing here. And before I forget, let's put our horizontal bands on. So I'm taking two light green, two here, two here. I'm not going to put two here, it's not even worth it. Okay, so just continue looming. And you know not to grab those horizontal bands, you go under them and grab the bottom bands. Whoops. As of today, there is 3 days left until How to Train Your Dragon 2 comes out. I'm so excited, and I hope you all are excited too. I hope it's as epic as I think it is. Alright, so I'm looming down the middle, and obviously I'm not grabbing the tentacles, so I'm going under them and grabbing the two at the bottom. And I'm going to stop here, and this is where I'm going to attach my tongue, so I'm going to take my tongue off. And that is going right here. Okay? And then I'm going to loom this. Now I'm going to take 3 black bands, and I'm going to tie off my 3 loose ends here. So here's one loose end. Here is the other. Here's another. Oops. Okay. And I'm going to take it off now. Okay, so here is his bottom jaw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, there's his bottom jaw. Make sure your tongue's sticking out one side and the tentacles are sticking out the other. Okay, perfect. Put that aside, and we are going to be working on the top of the head now and part of the neck. So grab 3 green bands at a time. For the neck, I like to do 3 at a time. So we're doing 3 of the darker green now, not the light green, the dark green. So here's 1 set of 3, 2 set of 3, 3 sets of 3, 4, 5, and 1 more. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm going to be taking a single double looped dark green. I'm going to stick this over here. I'm just going to make the nose horn. Take another one, and you want to cap that off. Like that. So it's just 2 double looped bands capped off. Loom them, and we're going to leave them on for a moment. And we're going to be working on the head. So now we're taking 2 dark green bands at a time, not 3 anymore. This is 2 now. All the way down to the end. Okay, and now I'm going diagonally this way with 2. Same thing here. Now I'm going down the other side. Making sure my thing's still recording. Yes, it is. Good. And yes, I keep my computer propped up in a laundry basket when I film. It works, so I'm not going to complain. Ha. Okay. Now I'm going to put 2 here and 2 here. Now, I'm going to do the eyeballs now. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab pick whatever color you want your eyes to be. Mine are yellow. Grab 4 of those bands, whatever color you want your eyes to be. I'm going to wrap one of those around my hook 4 times. Then I'm going to grab a black band and do the same thing with the black. And grab another of the eye color. Then I'm going to do that again. Okay, so now I'm taking... I just ordered more yellow bands today because the ones I have are so bad. Okay. 4 times with the yellow. If I can find a decent black, that would be nice. Okay, 4 times with a black. And 4 times with a yellow again. Except that one's all stretched out. Urgh! Try to find a band that's not stretched out, if possible. All of mine are, so I just gotta pick the best one here. Okay, once you've done that, you're gonna take 2 dark green bands. You're gonna put them on the end of your hook, and you're gonna pull all those eye bands onto them. Like that. And I'm going to put my 2 ends, one is going to go here, and one's going to go here. I'm going to pull my eyes forward, I'm going to separate them, and I'm going to put 2 of the green bands over this peg. Like that. So 2 of the green bands are over and 2 are behind. The eyes are separated like this. I'm going to cap off right here. Actually, do I want my nose horn here? Take this nose horn off. And let's attach it. I'm going to attach it here, but I can't now. Grr. Let's attach it. I wonder how this is going to work if we do it this way. If we double loop a dark green and pull that onto it, and then put the 2 ends, one goes here and one goes over here. And then we turn the horn upside down. That should work. Okay, and we want to cap off the end here. So cap off this part. Okay, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put my horizontal bands on. So 2 at a time. The darker green. That. Okay, now I'm going to loom, so I'm going to start with this one. This bottom one. I am not going to loom the eyes. I'm going to go under the eyes. And I'm going to loom the top 2 that are under the eyes. This can be tricky, so take your time. Which are... these 2 over here. Okay. I'm going to go back down and do the next 2, which are these 2. Okay. And we're going to loom this guy, okay? So we didn't loom the actual double looped band, we loomed the 2 bands under that. Okay. Now I'm going to continue going up. Up to this point here, and I'm going to stop here. Same thing on the opposite side. Looming up to this point here, and I'm going to go in here and loom, whoops, up to here. Okay, I'm not going to go up here yet, quite yet, okay? Now you want to take your little jaw, your bottom jaw we just made, and what we're going to do now is we're going to attach our 3 loose ends to these 3 pegs. But we have to start with the 2 edge pegs first, so we're attaching this end and this end. Let's start with this end, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to stick your hook through the green bands, not the black band, through the green bands, through the loops in the green bands, and you're going to attach them around this peg here. Once you've done that, you're going to go down and loom those two green pegs over. Those two green bands over. Then we're going to do the one on the opposite side, okay? We're saving the middle one for last, so we want to do the next one. So hook through the green bands, lay it, or put them over the peg, and then you want to loom the dark green bands under them. Then what we have to do is we have to pull our jaw down, and we want to loom this guy. So we're looming this, and then we're going to attach the final set onto that peg. So now I'm sticking my hook through the 4 light green bands in the middle, and that's going to go around here. Okay? And then I'm just going to loom up. So now I'm going all the way down and grabbing the 3 at the bottom. Remember, we have 3 now because we have 3 on our neck. Whoops. Okay. I'm going to continue going up. Don't worry about the black bands right now, we can take them off later. Perfect. Okay, we're going to take this off. Hopefully the eyes turned out okay, because it's a totally new design. It's a little bit different from the one I've already done. Oh, he's cute. Cool. Alright, so there is our head of our baby Scauldron, and he's got his little pointy nose, which I also changed up a little bit. So you can kind of pull the jaw forward if you want to. There. Okay, now we're going to be working on his wings. So I'm going to put him aside. Alright, we're going to do the wings now. So grab your dark green, and we're doing 2 at a time. But first we want to change this loom to the rectangular formation. So like this. Alright, so 2 dark green at a time. Here's 2. And we're going to go down 8 times like that. So there's 1, there's 2, 3 times, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now I'm going to grab my light green, and I'm going to go down this row. So 2 at a time with the light green. But I'm only going down 7 times with that one, okay? And then I'm going to go down the last row with my light green. Oh wait, no I'm not. I'm going diagonally with 2 right there. So the 3rd peg, you're going diagonally here. Cool, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take 2 light green, put them here, and we're going to cap it off. I'm going to loom, I'm going to loom that, and you're going to take that off, and you're going to stick that right onto this peg here. Okay? Yes, okay, and now I'm going to be making my claw, so grab 3 black bands. You're going to double loop a black, double loop another black, and cap that off. I'm going to loom this, and we can stick that right here. So stick those ends around that peg there, and now we're going to be doing a horizontal band. So take 2 here, 2 are going to go here, 2 are going to go here. Okay. I'm going to take a double looped light green between these 2. Another double looped light green between these 2. I'm going to take 2 light greens and I'm going to make a triangle right there. I'm going to do 1 more double looped light green right here. Alright, I'm going to cap off these 3 ends. So this one obviously I'm capping off with a darker green. And the other 2 are being capped off with light greens. Okay, now I can loom this. I'm going to start with this part here, the dark green. I'm going to loom up twice, and then I'm going to grab the 2 light green and loom those over. Then I'm just going to continue going up here, going underneath the double looped bands, as well as these triangle bands here. There we go. And now I'm going to go up this row. So I'm going underneath the capping bands, going up. Going underneath the double looped bands and grabbing the 2 that are this one. So those top 2 underneath the double looped. And then you're grabbing the bottom 2. And looming up to this point. Then we're going to go in here. And we're looming all the way up here. Go underneath all of them, grab the bottom 2 here. Diagonal ones. Then we're going to loom this guy. And we're just going to go up here. Like that. Then you're going to take 2 black bands and you're going to tie off these ends here. So here's, whoops, here's one, here's the other. Alright, we're going to take this off. And we have a wing, okay? You need to go back and make another wing, so you have 2 wings. Okay, so do that. And then come back to this point in the video, okay? So we have our wings and our head and neck. We're going to be doing the feet. This is very easy, the feet. So we're taking 3 dark green. Then we're going to double loop a dark green. Double loop another dark green, and double loop a 3rd dark green. And we're just going to cap it off with a black band, and that's it. You can pull that off, and then you want to make 3 more, so you have 4. Okay, so 3 more legs, then come back. So now you have your head, neck, wings, and legs. Now we're going to be working on the main body. So we are going to, let's see here. Let me just count for a moment. 7. Okay, I'm going to 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Change my loom again, so take up the middle row and you're bringing it down so it's offset and the arrow's pointing down. Okay, I'm taking 3 dark green bands, 3 more dark green, 3 more, 3 more, and 3 more. Okay, so I did that 5 times. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now I'm going to do 2 at a time now. Okay, so 2 at a time. 2. Okay, and I'm continuing with 2 at a time. I'm going diagonally here. And diagonally this way to the end here. Same thing here. Diagonally. Alright, I'm going to cap off my... No, I'm not going to cap this off, sorry. We're going to do our horizontal, so 2 dark green at a time here. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my head and my neck. So cute. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. I'm going to put my hook through the 6 loose loops at the end, and I'm going to put them onto this peg so that the head is upside down. Okay, the head is upside down. All right. Then I'm going to grab my wings, and I'm going to put... Let's put one... Yeah, okay, so we're going to put one on these two and the other on these two. So I'm, like, same thing we've been doing. You're sticking your hook through the loose ends of the dark green bands, and those are going around this peg here. Make sure that your claw is facing up toward the head. And same thing with the light green. Those are just going through these here. Okay, let's do the other side. So 2 going this on here, and 2 on this one. All right. And let's see here. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to begin looming now. So I'm going to pull on the head, and I'm going to grab the top 2 underneath, and those are these 2. So I loomed those 2. I'm going to go back under here and grab the next 2. These 2. And I'm even just going to go back under, and I'm just going to loom up the middle row now, because might as well. So I'm just looming up the whole center here. Okay, I'm going to grab one of my legs, and again, I'm sticking my hook through the 6 loops. And I'm attaching that right onto this peg. So this is a very thick set of bands on this peg right now. Whoops. Make sure you get all your loops around the peg. Don't be like me and make a mistake. You might have to push it down to get them all to stay. But once you get them on, then you want to go down all the way to the bottom and grab the bottom 2 bands and loom them. Okay? And we're going to do that on the other side as well. So hook through your 6 loops and attaching it right onto this peg here. You can kind of use your finger to keep them down. Alright, and then we're going all the way down again, grabbing the bottom 2 bands and looming them. There we go. Alright, I'm going to continue looming. Remember, we're only looming the bottom bands. And I'm going up to here. Okay? Same thing on this side. Okay, I'm going to do another leg. So hook's going through the 6 loops again of the 3rd leg, and that's going to go right here. Loom the next band. Alright, and we're going to do that on the other side, so hook through the final loops. Goes here. And we're going to loom this guy, and this guy, and this guy. Then we're going to go down and do the tail now, so grab all 3 bands here, and just go up here. Okay, I'm going to take this off now. Hee hee. Okay, now we're going to do the rest of his tail. So, let's see here. I'm going to take a double looped dark green here, and here, and here, and here, and one more. I'm going to do a double looped light green here, and one more here. Okay, now I'm going to take double looped dark green. Actually, yeah. Wait. No. No, no, no. Double looped light green, sorry. I'm making this a little bit longer. And then 2 dark green here. 2 dark green here. And 2 dark green going diagonally like this. And also this way here. And I'm going to do a double looped dark green. Okay, so double looped, double looped, double looped. 5 times, and then I'm just going to do, let's see, 2 more sets of the triple band. So 3 dark green at a time here. So 3 here and 3 here. Hopefully that'll be long enough. Okay. Yeah, okay, now I'm going to turn him, you don't have to turn him upside down. You can put him on whatever way. But you're putting the loose bands around that peg there. And then I'm going to loom them. Okay. So I'm looming here, here, here. I'm going to stop here, and I'm actually going to put on some double looped bands here. So I'm taking light green, and I'm double looping, let's see, let's double loop here, or not. No, let's double loop this way, so going that way, and also going this way. Okay. Like that. Alright, and then let's also put some double looped like here, and here, and here, and here. Okay. Alright, so I loom this guy, then I'm going to go down and loom these 2, and then go back down and loom the next 2, dark green, then the bottom 2. And then I'm going to go up again. I'm not looming these though. I'm going down and looming the bottom 2. And again here. And also, let's loom these 2. So these 2 first. No, take those back. Hold on. I just realized they need to be underneath the other bands or it's going to come apart. Put these back. Whoops. Boo! You're being annoying. What I'm doing, I'm going to take off these 2 double looped for a moment. I'm going to replace this one that I had loomed already. And what I need to do is I need to lift all of these up for a moment, and now I need to put on the double looped underneath so that they're underneath. Sorry about that. So we just moved the double looped bands to be under these bands. Then we can replace these. Alright, and now we're good. Now we can loom these 2, or whichever ones are on top first, and then the other ones. Like that. Okay, now I'm going to go up this side. We're just looming the dark green bands here, not the light green. All the way up. Same thing on this side. I have no clue what this tail is going to look like, but hopefully it will look good, better than the one I have on the other guy. Alright, I'm going to take a dark green and I'm going to tie off this end here. And this end. So I tied off these 2 ends. Now I can take him off carefully. Yeah, I think that tail's a little better than the one I made before, which is good. Perfect. Oh, there we go. I am going to wrap these double looped bands around the tail like this. So I'm just bringing them around just so that they're not like hanging there randomly. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take off all my black bands that are tying the body parts together, and then we're just going to have to do the stomach, and then we're done. Actually, we can do the wiring too if you want. I'll include that as well. Yeah, so I'm just taking off all the black bands. If you attach the body parts correctly and you went through the loops the correct way, the body parts will not come apart. Okay, so all I'm doing is taking off my black bands. If my dragon goes off screen, don't panic, because that's all I'm doing is taking off the black bands. Okay, once I've done that, I'm going to be working on the stomach. He's so cute! Okay, I'm putting him aside, and I'm going to be working on the tummy now. So, I'm taking my light green, and we're doing 2 bands at a time here. So I'm going to start here. So 2, 2, 7. So I did it 7 times with 2 bands each, and now we're going down again with 2 bands. So diagonally and then down. Cap off the bottom with a light green. And we want to put our horizontal bands on, so 2 at a time. We're making our triangles as usual. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some darker green, the dark green color. I'm going to lay them on. So I laid one over this peg. Over every 2 pegs, I'm laying one on. Okay? If you've done stomach attachment, you know exactly what I'm doing, and you probably don't even need to watch the rest of this video. If you haven't done stomach attachment, you're probably confused, but it's very simple. So I'm going under the capping bands, and I'm grabbing the top 2. I'm just looming as if these dark green bands aren't even here, but you don't want them to fall off, so make sure they stay there. Okay, so I'm just looming. I can go up the middle if I want to. Up to this point here, okay? And then I'm going to go up this side. So make sure those green bands stay over those pegs. Okay, I'm going to do that on the other side too. Okay, and the final one here in the middle. And then we want to tie this off with another darker green band. So I'm going to tie this off here. Okay, and now I'm going to take it off. Make sure that dark green band stays attached. Alright. Cool. Grab your dude. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull on all our green bands so they're all outward. Okay. I'm going to place it on his stomach with the tied off band down toward his rear. Just like this. So just like on top of the body part. Green bands. And what we're going to do is we're just going to take our hook. And in the body that's underneath the loose green bands, we're grabbing the bands underneath. So, for example, these 4 are underneath this loose band, so I'm going through these 4, and then I'm going to grab that loose band and pull it through. So all we're doing is just pulling the loose green bands through the dark green bands on the body that are underneath, okay? There's no specific bands you have to pull them through as long as they're underneath, okay? So like don't grab bands over here for this guy. You just want to go to the bands that are underneath. Okay, all the way around, that's all we're doing. Here for the top one, we can go through the neck bands here. And then the tied off one at the bottom, we're doing the same thing. We're acting as if it's one of the other bands, so we're just going to pull it through. As if it's one of the other ones. Whoops. Alright, now what I'm going to do when you're done doing that, you're going to start at this one here. Right on top of the back leg. Put your fingers through it and grab the next one. Put your fingers through that, grab the next one. Fingers through that, grab the next one. Oops. Fingers through that, grab the next one, all the way around. And with this final band, we're just going to wrap it around the leg here a couple times. Or you could wrap it around the tail. I'm just double wrapping it around his leg. And there's your baby Scauldron, everybody. He's so cute. See how I did change the face a little bit? Now he looks less like Sesame Street character. I feel like this guy looks like Sesame Street. But anyway, so I like the way he looks in this one better. If you want to put wire in him, I can show you how to do that as well. I do that in some of my other videos too. So I'm going to take, I use this kind, it's called Bead Landing, 20 gauge, and I found it at Michael's in the jewelry section. So what you're going to do, you're going to lay your guy down, and you're going to take your wire, once you've opened it, and you're going to kind of lay it over him, and you want to have it come like over his head, like maybe about an inch, all the way down, like an inch past the end of his stomach here, so right here. And I'm going to clip it off. My pliers are here. I don't even know where they are. I did have pliers, here they are. I'm going to clip it off at that point. And what we're going to do, I'm going to start at the bottom of the stomach, and I'm going to stick it through the bottom of the stomach, through the stomach. It's going to come out right about here. So once it comes out, you're going to pull it out a tiny bit, and then you're going to pull on the neck. Oops. Try to get it into the neck. You can use your teeth and kind of like pull it up. That's what I'm doing when I pull it off screen. I'm just pulling it up with my teeth. And we're just, little by little, just shoving it through the neck. If it breaks a band or two, it's not a big deal because you have 3 bands in each section, so it won't come apart. And then I'm just going to go, I'm going to go through the head as well. So the top of the head. So you want to stick it through the top of his head. And this is how you wire any dragon, really. It's the same thing. So I know a lot of you ask me how to do it. This is how you do it. And I'm going to try to go through the top here, like right underneath the point at the end of his face. And once you've gone through there, you're going to fold it back on itself a little bit, and you're just going to stick it through different bands. So stick it back into the head, and this keeps it from coming out and also protects people who are playing with it from getting cut. Although this wire is not that sharp, so people shouldn't get cut on it, because it's thin wire. Okay, and we're gonna go make sure it's not too stretched out in the neck. Make sure it's the right sturdiness here. What is this junk? Whatever. And then at the bottom, we're gonna do the same thing. So you're just gonna pull him a little bit, pull on it a little bit, fold it in on itself. I have to cut it a little bit. And you're just gonna stick it back into the stomach. Okay, and that's it. So now you can bend his neck. And there he is, everybody. There's your baby Scauldron. He's really cute, and I really like the way he turned out. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. So go to my channel and vote for the next dragon you want to see. Okay. I am planning on doing Red Death once I get the bands that I ordered, because I don't have the right color on me right now. As far as the other ones go, I try to do them based on how many votes they get, but sometimes I like to do different ones based on what I feel like doing, so just bear with me if I do that. Okay? So I hope you enjoy your baby Scauldron, and now my guy has a brother! Yay! I'm probably going to take this guy apart, because I don't like him. Okay, so enjoy everybody, and go to the Facebook page in the description, post pictures of the dragons you make, because I like to see the pictures that you put. Okay? And I tend to answer people's questions better on the Facebook page than on YouTube, so if you have questions, ask on the Facebook page. Okay? Have a lovely day, everybody, and enjoy your Scauldron.